Would you guys like to say something for Monday Night Paintball?
This is Sky Operative Stockton. It's Golden Gap Paintball 2013, baby!
Hey everybody, Patrick here with Rap 4. It is November 25th, 2013, and this is Monday Night Paintball. Behind the camera is my buddy Jason Fertig, and we are going to banter back and forth as we go over the happenings in MagFed Paintball worldwide. First thing we want to talk about this week is a new thing we're going to do every week on Monday Night Paintball, which is give a field a spotlight. I was looking at some of the events that are coming up, and I came across the website for Capital Combat Zone in Brunswick, New York, and some of the aerial photos here of their field are intense. They got this really cool castle village set up. It looked awesome, and I wanted to show it, so we decided we'll just do one every week, and this one definitely deserves it.
Yeah, definitely cool little setup. A lot of CQB action going on through there. A lot of structures. Probably, I can see a lot of really cool attack and defend games going on in that field. Push your way through the city, take the castle kind of games.
Awesome.
It'll be a lot of fun.
What's the best paintball field you've ever been to?
It depends on what you're looking for. Back at home in Ohio, I used to play at Splatter Park near Columbus. And had an awesome woods ball facility out there and a bunch of other really cool fields. I had one they called Shipment that was modeled after the Call of Duty map, or they called it Battleports. I'm sorry, Battleport. It was modeled after the Call of Duty map Shipment, with all the shipping containers. A lot of fun to play on. And they just had some awesome woods ball terrain out there. Out here, played at a few different places. Two that are standouts though are SC Village, which is like the Disney World of paintball parks.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah,
they have tons of crashed helicopters and all kinds of stuff out there.
Yeah, and then I got to play at Camp Pendleton as well, and they have some really cool field setups. They have actual tanks and military hardware in their fields.
That's the one that's on a Marine base, right?
Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking when you show up there. And, you know, we've done a few events at Pendleton with the Ultimate Paintball Wars last year, and showed up there with 249s and saws and everything, and it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're driving through the gate.
It's like you feel like you're doing something wrong, even though you know you're not.
Yeah, they even knew we were coming, but it's just one of those. It's like, man, lots of the big expensive toys that, in all honesty, will probably scare the Jesus out of a gate guard if they don't know what you're going to the field with them.
It's like when we go on business trips and we have 4.68s and bagged in our suitcases. It's totally legal, but I just walking up to check it in. You're just like, hey, by the way, it's not a gun.
Yeah, I know one of our sales reps has had some fun callbacks to the TSA and just go, yes, it's a paintball gun.
Yeah. So. Always issues with customs as well from our stuff. Cool, man. Well, this field looks awesome. I would love to play there, but it's all the way in New York. But they are having a game. I think I plugged this last week, but I just wanted to say it one more time. November 30th in Brunswick, New York, Viper 6 is going to be having a night game called Black Hawk Down. It looks awesome. I know it's a really good group of guys. At one point they were sponsored by us. I'm not sure if they still are. They probably are. Actually, hey, Viper 6, you watching? Just give me a comment on this. Let me know if you guys still sponsor or what the deal is.
Definitely. I don't know if you've ever been to any of the night games. I'm sure you've done some night ops your time with the Army. But I know I would freak the hell out when I'm playing them because every little sound, you don't know what the hell it is. I don't have NVGs or anything like that, so you're like playing off every little tree branch that cracks. You're like, what was that?
Speaking of every little tree branch, so this week I came out with those Fold-A-Gap videos. And there's like a ton of interviews. It looks like Omar and Finch were mostly just walking around talking to people. There's some pretty funny ones in there.
Yeah, I was watching a few of those over the weekend.
There's a bunch more. I'm gonna just I can't release them all at the same time, I'm gonna still release them, but there's some more really good ones coming out. But the action video that he did, I edited it differently. I went after like this Blair Witch kind of feel to it. The woods there were kind of like creepy, It was really cool. So I just went with it.
Welcome to the woods back east. They're a little different than the ones out here.
Yeah, where was that at?
That was in North Carolina.
Yeah. But anyway, so we've got some interviews still coming out, and I posted Finch's Decay of Nations footage, and I have not edited yours because I lost it, actually. It's in a folder with some kind of footage he gave me, and I just never couldn't find it the other day. So if you still have that,
I'll see if I can dig up the SD card. If not, I'm sure I got it backed up somewhere else. So.
Probably give me that card.
I have no idea what's on the footage. I haven't even had time to watch it.
I'm sure it's cool.
So
I mean, it's huge. Cave Nation is like a huge event.
Oh, you spotted me, gave me a nice little promo in there on Mitch's video.
Yeah, you jumped in there for a second. You walked up to him and said something. By the way, I remember once upon a time, Mr. Fertig, you were very, I don't wear much. I just have a belt with like some mags on it. I'm too cool for school and I don't wear gear. And now I've noticed that every game you go to, you seem to add another pouch or another panel or something.
Well, my loadout's changed because my gear has changed. Back when I was playing originally, I was running the MKP and MKP2 kits with the standard 20-round mag. So even working here, they're still expensive magazines. My loadout was 10 mags back in the day. Now it's up to, I think, 18 plus 1 in the gun. So I have mag pouches galore on me. And then, of course, since I'm running the 468, I'm a guy that doesn't like remote lines. Personally, it's a preference thing. So I run air in stock. And I carry 2 tanks with me. I carry a 17 and a 13 CI so I can shoot my entire loadout. That's for small games. Bigger games, I usually add even more to it.
Thank goodness packed paintball magazines are so light.
Yeah, don't
that many like 30-round AR mags, you would have trouble keeping that belt up. You'd have to put it over your shoulder or something to carry it.
Yeah, it's all kinds of interesting different setups. I know some of the other guys I run with, they wear full-on like vest rigs kind of things, like what you see a lot of the military.
I like the chest rigs. They're super minimal. I like that.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to try out Finch's setup. I don't know if you guys have probably seen in the videos, he's wearing like a bandolier now. It's an interesting little configuration. I think it's just his old battle belt just slung around him, but it's an interesting setup. I've never really considered running one that way, but he seems to be getting along with it pretty well.
I like that thing a lot, actually. It looks very interesting. I think you might have trouble shouldering on the other shoulder, but I've never tried it. But that thing looks really cool. I've looked into maybe making something similar to that, like different, improving upon that design and selling it. Just looking into that. That looked pretty cool. Oh, by the way, Kusha just popped up on my Facebook chat.
Oh, did he?
Please mention our last MagFed only game in December and a Spartan Race on December 8th. So December 15th is the last MagFed only game at SC Village for the year of 2013. Do not miss it.
And it should be another good game. They've been hosting some pretty sweet events down there.
They're getting like 60 plus people now.
Yeah, remember guys, they only had, I think they have 10 rental markers currently, so make sure you guys are getting down there early so you can get your hands on one if you need it.
First come, first serve on the loaners.
It's definitely a good way to get yourself introduced to MagFed.
Definitely want to say that those loaners are loaners. They're not rentals. We won't charge you. You can, if you don't have a MagFed gun and you want to play with the MagFed guys, they'll give you a gun to play with for the day. So, but yeah, there's only 10 and first come, first serve, so don't be a straggler. And they asked something about people that are part of the group. They have like 60 people now. It's a lot of people to kind of, corral around. But apparently there were some people kind of showing up late and holding the thing up. So if you're going to go, be sure to be punctual.
Yeah, nothing worse than getting a late start in the field and realizing your daylight runs out. Cause, well, it is getting dark. What, about 5:30 now?
Well, I think the way SC Village does it, they cycle around fields like golf players on a course. So if you're too slow, you're holding somebody up or something.
You're costing them game time too.
Yeah, and it's kind of annoying for them. So yeah, if you go, just be sure to get the let out. Cool. And Spartan Race, that's on December 8th. That's really cool. That's one of those mud races where you have all the obstacles and stuff. But I think the Spartan one's like, is that the hardcore one, or is that? There's Tough Mudder.
Spartan Race and Tough Mudder.
One of them's like the hard one. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because Tough Mudder, they electrocute you or something. It's like.
Yeah, that was the one that they do the little. Battery.
It's not like electrocution.
It's just like little zap as you're running through.
It's uncomfortable.
It's always funny watching those videos.
Yeah. I served and we had to be familiarized on the business end of things like pepper spray, but they never once like electrocuted us. I don't know what that's supposed to prep you for, like being arrested? Like when are you going to get electrocuted? I don't know, but for some reason, I guess that's hardcore and tough. Getting electrocuted. I've been electrocuted a few times, thanks Dad. I was just hanging out with him yesterday. My father's electrocuted me at least like 6 times in my life.
You got your Christmas shopping done yet, Patrick?
I'm actually an early Christmas shopper, so I usually get all my presents for people. Right now I'm almost done. It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, the sales don't really apply to me so much because I'll get 2 or 3 really thoughtful gifts for people. You know, like I'll have like 2 or 3, like my mom and stuff. I'll get her something really nice, and then everybody else I pretty much just go to Bevmo and just kind of cross their name off a list. You know, she likes wine and he likes scotch, and you know, and I just get something for everybody.
It makes it pretty easy. I have the habit of doing everything the last possible minute. Having 3 younger siblings, they always find a way to find stuff when I buy it early, so I end up buying them a second gift then, so they don't know what they're getting. So I just started shopping on Christmas Eve and kind of solved the problem.
Yeah, every year the sales just come earlier and earlier. We have stuff up to 65% off right now.
Yep, and more stuff's coming down the road. Warehouse is working hard to make sure we get all the counts done so we can get you guys more sale items and let you guys fill those stockings up a little bit quicker.
Speaking of stockings, check out this new Claymore mine that we have. It's the M18A1 CO2 anti-personnel landmine, and this one is not your mama's Claymore. Got some cool features, right, Fertig?
Yeah, I love the fact that I spooked you with it this morning because I was doing some photo work on Friday when you weren't in the office.
Yeah.
We walked in, what the hell's a Claymore doing in the office, you know? But it's definitely one of the cool ones. This one's got 3 ways to activate. It's got a wireless detonator, which, here you go, Patrick, enjoy that. So that thing looks like the real deal.
You ever see Terminator 2?
Yeah.
You know when that guy's like dying at the end, he's got the detonator and he's trying to hold it up? It's kind of like that.
Yeah, looks pretty similar to it. Almost identical, actually.
Cool.
But it's got, like I said, it's got 3 ways to activate it. So one of them is through the wireless, which is that detonator that you're holding in your hand. The other one is your traditional tripwire. So basically you attach it to it and it just
So it's ring up here, right? Does this ring?
I think it's actually the pin in the front. That's the safety pin.
This right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the final way is actually really interesting and really conniving and kind of evil. It's thermal.
Thermal.
So you could actually set that into a room, walk away from it, activate, and the next person that walks in is getting a face full of powder because this landmine actually uses powder discs.
So it's like a proximity mine.
Yeah.
And the powder like marks the guy.
Yeah, powder would be like the marking agent, or it's an effect.
Very cool.
So it'd be pretty cool to see. Same kind of powder that you see in like our inert rounds, things like that. Basically, it's similar to like a talcum powder kind of.
Right, just like white. Just like,
like a baby powder or talcum powder.
Right, it's like chalk.
Yeah, and basically cleans.
Gets
right
on everything.
Gets on everything.
So if you're involved in an explosion, everybody knows it.
Pretty much.
No.
But I think I might steal one of these and field test at one of the events.
It's pretty cool, man.
I'll have to mess with it one of these days.
It's better than that. There's another one. There's a more economical one. I don't know if we carry it anymore, but there was the one that was like the spring-loaded airsoft one.
Yeah,
that one was really good. But this one's all high tech.
Yeah, this one's a little bit cooler, a little bit more costly than the other one, but still very cool if you're looking to do the booby traps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know I usually use, we got one over there too, it's one of our sound flash grenades.
Sound flash. These have been one of my favorite products that we've carried since about when I started working here. I thought these things were awesome because they are so loud. So loud. Don't set these off in your backyard, you'll scare everybody. And they're safe. Like there's no fragment or anything. You keep the fuse, you keep the spoon and the spring, and it takes a 12-gram CO2 cylinder, and it just pops this lower part. But the pop is so loud. But there's no fragments or anything. This might fly across the room, but it doesn't go very. It's like if I tossed it at you.
Yeah, so he used a clip of one of the ODSC guys, Kushik, throwing one at
N-War 3. N-War 3. He threw a flashbang and freaked a guy out.
Yeah, it was pretty funny seeing that. And like you said, core's reusable, so you get to go. You just pick it up and you take off the spent bottom shell.
Mm-hmm. So this black part here, this will bust open, and like along one of the seams, so there's no little fragments flying around. It'll stay in one piece, and then you just kind of screw it off. You screw another one on, and then put another CO2 cylinder in it, and you're good to go.
Yep, pretty cool.
Don't lose the pin.
Yeah, they make fun trip mines too if you want.
Oh yeah, because it's a pin, and there's all kinds of stuff you can do with that. You know, you could booby trap anything really, and you can put powder or paint in them.
Yeah, a little bit of the paint mix goes. You can put in there, or I recommend the powder over the paint mix. So
it's funny. I'm not even really plugging the product. I just actually think these things are cool. And then when you buy the fuse, that's like a one-time buy, and then you can buy new shells for it later on if you run out.
We also got the pineapple ones, the old school pineapple grenades.
Old school pineapple grenades, super cool.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool little item, a lot of fun to use. If you're going to take them to a scenario, you definitely want to check out the scenario manager to make sure that they're still approved for them, because some have regulations against those kind of devices.
Yeah, just ask first, of course.
Yep.
But there shouldn't be any problem. These are totally safe. You let them know there's no fragments or anything, and they'll probably let you use it. So, very cool. Sound flash and new Claymore. Awesome.
As you drop it off the table.
As I drop it off the table. So, for those of you sappers out there looking to blow some stuff up, check it out. Last week I was checking out some scenarios and I was using magfedgames.com. Very cool website, has all different kinds of scenarios on it. Not just MagFed games either, Hopper scenarios worldwide. So if you're looking for a scenario in your area, check it out, magfedgames.com. Good looking website. Last thing I got is an event going on at Wayne's World of Paintball in Florida. It's called Mech Wars. The storyline is very interesting. Takes place in the year 3050, and it's going to be on Saturday and Sunday. That's December 7th and 8th at Wayne's World of Paintball in Ocala, Florida. $50 pre-registration before December 4th. So if you sign up before December 4th, it'll be $50. That $50 includes an arm patch, an ID tag, prizes and awards at the game's end. You can buy premium paint for $65, Marbleizer paint for $70. CO2 is going to be $10, and all event high pressure air is going to be $20. So for those of you in Florida, check it out. I've actually seen a lot of scenarios pop up from this place.
Yeah, they're one of the older fields out there, and definitely one of the bigger fields. They host scenarios all the time, and just awesome looking field from what I've seen from it. Just have never had the opportunity to get down there and visit it.
Very cool. So if you are in Florida looking to get some paintball action, check it out. Wayne's World. Alright guys, well that's everything we have today. Thanks for watching, and remember that Monday Night Paintball is your show. We make it from the content generated from our Facebook page. So if there's anything you'd like to see in next week's episode, just go to facebook.com/rap4usa and let us know. Look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you out there.